Tables walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello my good people and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. Now the last time we did a challenge, this time let's see if maybe we can get into Diamond. I have played one game off stream on my phone, it went pretty well. So if we do really well, if we get a trophy, I think we might be back in Diamond. But let's just see how it goes. Anyway, welcome especially to my 2 new subscribers. And if you like what I do, feel free to click some buttons, it really helps me out. But especially if you have any feedback for me, please also do let me know. Now I will say my picks, why I do them, and if you think I made a mistake, feel free to let me know and point them out. Now let's hope to open either a 1 color rare or maybe a big mythic. Alright, well, I love the Sonic Shrieker of course, but I think this rare is pretty decent. I think it's one of the better ramp effects. Because this is guaranteed, if you play this on turn 3, you will guaranteed have 5 mana on turn 4 untapped, which is very good, but I think the dragon part is pretty much the best. 4 or 5 flying is already decent, but if it and another dragon enters, you'll just get 3 life, which is very important because there's quite some aggressive decks in this format. So let's just go for this Bloomvine Regent, which I must say is a strange looking art. It's like this scaleless dragon thing. Anyway, there's a Traveling Dragonstorm which I like, but there's no other blue cards which impress me, so maybe I'll just stay in green and go for the maneuver. Now we don't have to go into dragons for this to be good, but I would prefer to stay in green. So let's just go for the maneuver and see where we end up. Wouldn't mind the Dragonstorm, but I'm not sure if we will go either red green or blue green or whatever. And I'm going to play this card for sure. Okay. I like that dragon. There's also the Rejuvenator. But then we'll have a lot of mana. Maybe 3, 4 mana, 2, 4. I think the Island Dragon is probably better. Even though we're not sure if we will end up in blue. But I'll take this, even if a top end and we'll splash blue just for the 6 mana ward 4 creature. Wow. That's a very late Sonic Shrieker. Now I'm going to speculate on this. Simply because none of the other cards really impress me. I could take the Devotee, I guess. But I'll go for the Shrieker. If we pick up some Dragonstorm Globes, we can play pretty much any colored dragons at the top. And we do have some kind of ramp already. So let's just pick up any globes and see if we can end up in 5 colored dragons. Okay, well, it's not a globe, forgive me. There is this monastery which fixes for most of the colors already. So let's just take this. Keep our options open. We don't have to play this one of course, but would be good if we get enough fixing. And otherwise blue-green is just fine. Okay, another dragon. Seems like we might be going just blue-green-red. Temur, because this is a very late dragon. Tawny Back or Thornwood Falls. I think I need the falls actually. Wouldn't mind the routine. We can pick one of these up later, I'm pretty sure. Let's just make sure that we can play the cards that we want to. Snakeskin Veil or Backwater. I'm not sure if we're going to play this. So I think I'm just going to take the Snakeskin Veil. I would like for any dragon that we play to stay alive. But we're not seeing any of the globes, unfortunately. I'll just pick the parents. We could still end up in 5 colors and play this. There's a routine that would help. No 2 drops yet, which is not a great sign, but one does what one must. Guess I'll take the resolve. We do need to have some kind of removal spell. Okay, I'm very happy to pick up the Devotee. So Temur seems open enough, which means that with the red, this dragon we're fine. I should probably not play the Shrieker though, but let's see how we end up with the fixing. Oh wow. Okay, well that's just a slam dunk. I hope that this dragon will come around as well, and I love the Skimmer, even though we don't have a lot of Harmonize yet. The Skimmer, I found out in one of the drafts, is actually pretty good with the card that no one plays. That's the Artifact Creature 1/5 Reach, which lets you put a card on from your graveyard on the bottom, which also triggers this, of course. I'm going to take this Regent number 2. Ooh. Well, it is a good dragon, but it's only good with Mobilize or Hasty stuff. So I'm going to take this Dragonstorm Globe. I would like this Forecaster, of course, but let's just take the Globe for fixing and stuff. Okay, I'm slamming this Mage. This one is better than I thought, simply because you can also use it to reanimate a counterspell, reanimate like this. So let's just not go for the Shrieker. I know it's a good card, but I don't think we need it. My goodness. Forecaster number 3. I think one will come around. I'm just going to take this dragon. I like the Dragon Claw Strike as well, but since we have the Dragonstorm Globe, I think we need as many dragons that we can get. We don't need this land. Also, probably don't need these. Maybe. So this gives red-blue. Yeah, we could play that. Here I'll take the Technique. But now I think that the top end is already pretty decent. I'll take this other dragon over the Highlands. Simply because this is something you'll gladly play on turn 2. Especially in your opponent's turn, you just stop their damage. Like the Tawny back. Don't think we'll need that. Well, I don't think... Well, yeah, I think we need the falls, actually. I mean, Temur seems very, very open. So I think we'll see plenty of the Tawny backs. But I would like some 2-drop creatures as well. I mean, these are not hot, but they're good enough. They really overperform against any aggressive deck. So far it's looking pretty good. Would like one more globe, simply to be able to ramp into these quite quickly. But with 2 of these, I think the Sorcery Omen is actually pretty decent, simply because you'll filter your deck, which means that you'll draw the other ones, or the same one, pretty fast. Wow. I love the Sculptor as well, but the Botanist this late is just crazy. No one's in blue-green, and I think we're going to get rewarded big time. Maybe we don't play the Mage, depending on how many instant sorceries we have. We have only one way to trigger this at the moment, so I'll just take the land, because I want to play the stuff that we have. I'll take the Envoy, but we're not going to play it. Boulderborn Dragon. Wow, someone did take all the... Okay, well there it is. I was about to say the Dragonstorm Forecasters. I cannot imagine someone wanting them all. Wow. So I think we're good on mana. Oh, that is a dragon. Though it is unfortunate that it has double black. And I'm not going to mess up my mana simply to play this as a 4-drop. So I'll rather just take this one. I don't think we need another Forecaster. Maybe if we get another globe, but... Let's just see if it's all still as open as it was. I'll pretty much pick any Dragonstorm Globe, I think, over anything. We could use 1 or 2 Exhales. It's kind of a dud. I don't think we can play the Shriekers. Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. I guess I'll go for the Stormbrood. But not for the 2 mana thing. I'll take another Mage, even though we don't have a lot of instant sorceries. But if you have this up on turn 4 and you have the Snakeskin Veil, it's pretty decent. Another Botanist, yes please. Probably the best 2-drop in the game. Now I don't expect to see any more Dragonstorm Globes, simply because there were quite some forecasters in the second pack, and 2 out of 3 got taken. So I think that anyone who has the forecaster will pick the globe highly. Which exile is better? The counterspell or the piercing one? Since we have these dragons, I think the dispelling exile might be better. I think we need 1 more playable. We have 5, yeah. And let's be honest, we still have some stuff that we could put in anyway. Wow, Lion Wage. Yathan Roadwatcher, amazing card. If we had more globes, I would pick one of these 2. Probably the Roadwatcher. But I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to get myself into too many colors again. Not sure how good this is. I'll go for the Focus the Mind. We have quite some of these. I think we can pair them. Wow. Now there's a Dragonstorm, so now we could actually do all the crazy stuff. But I think I won't. I'll just play it. I'm not going to double splash for 1 Shrieker. I think this is pretty much going to be the deck. Not sure if we need the Rejuvenator. I think both of these 4-drops are probably better. So we have 5 lands. I'm not even sure if I need this. I think I need it as a 2-drop. Otherwise I would have taken the land, but I couldn't count as fast. My brain is a bit tired. So maybe we do need to do some cutting. Yeah, so we didn't really need the Devotee. I think I'll keep 1, but the Botanists are pretty much better, both of them. Don't think I need that. Man, we have 4 of these boys. We need to cut 1 more. Maybe it will be the Forecaster. Simply because we have only 1 globe and 1 dragon. So the odds of us playing this when we already have 1 of them is pretty big. So let's just do it like this. I think. No, let's just do it like this. I think it will be of significant importance for us to find the Dragonstorm Globe, and it is very, very sad that we only got to pick 1 up. Our deck could have used like 2 or maybe even 3. Right, let's see how this goes. Temur Control, I think it would be. Up against Slayer. Yeah, this is good. 2-drop, 3-drop, or this one. Oops, I meant that one. So it's going to be, it depends on my draws. If I draw a red or green source, it will probably be the Tawny back. And with the Botanists, there is a chance that we might. Let's see what he does. Okay. Do we offer the trade is the question. I think we do. I mean, we get 1 trigger and he doesn't get any triggers. I don't want that in the graveyard. And I don't think we need the Devotee. And the reason that I'm not doing this one is because it would shuffle my my other regent, which is not something I would like. And with Suncrafter Mage we can be a bit aggressive with the instant or sorceries that we play. Simply because we have flashback with the sorceries. Yeah, that's good. So that's a free attack from the opponents. On the battlefield tapped, yeah. Okay. That is decent. But I do need my land drops. So I will use this. And just not attack. Next turn we have 6 mana. And now we have the resolve, so we could pump something and then use the mage later on. But I think we'll just go Regent first. And if he attacks, I'll just block both of them. I think we don't need these to win. Oh, ouch. So, seems like we have 1 less mana. Since it gets a stun counter. But we do have the resolve for the Hellkite, so I think it's all good. Why would you not just attack first and then play the Hellkite? Maybe he wanted my last mana to be gone, but... let's just do this. I mean, now we can take some damage. And we have some pretty decent dragons to follow it up. So I will also not block, even though I could try to chump. But if he does bump this and we'll lose this, we will lose a lot of life. Simply because we won't get the 6 life triggers from all the other creatures. But this has to die at some point. Okay, so now we're most definitely not blocking. And we will be gaining quite some life here. So the question is, do we kill the creature with flying? Depends on if we draw a land. Yeah, so now I think we'll just... why is it tapping red? Oh, whoops. I'm not sure why it's tapping blue. I only have one thing. So let's just destroy this. And I will attack. And we can use a pump spell or kill something with flying, depending on what he does. We can flash in the mage if we want. Most of Red's removal spell is damage based, so we can also flash this in to keep the regent alive. that's very good for us. I'm not sure how good the white dragon thing is, simply because it also makes him not be able to use the monument. Okay, so we just keep jamming. We keep something behind for the victor. We'll play this as a blocker and as a life gain source. He can pump once, so... Depending on his attacks, we might also have lethal. Wow, why would you do it like this? So, I guess we have lethal. Let's just try it. Yep. Alright, good game. First game in the pocket. The life gain is huge from the dragons. And we do have a lot of the blue boys. Now, I didn't use the omens early on. If I was more scared of losing more life total quickly, I would have used the omen to tap and draw a card sooner in the game. Eesh. Well, I cannot keep this. Nothing to play. Oh, this is... Well, we have the botanist. Kind of unfortunate here with the colored lands, but let's just assume that we will find a blue source at some point. And otherwise it's just no exile soon. Nor the tap effect soon. I guess this is going to be exiled. It dies. Yep. Well, we have the Regent, so we can ramp still. But just no way to fix. It has flash. Why would you... Okay, well. Let's thin out the deck, ramp a bit. But we still need the blue source. Or anything red-green that we can play. So that is something green. I'm just not sure if it's worth playing. Yeah, I think it is. Just unfortunate that it doesn't have a target, but I'm not going to try and trade it. Maybe if he doesn't play a creature. Okay, so now I'm definitely not trading it. Because he could, it's not a trade, he can sacrifice that. Oh, that will help. Two islands, please. Can we take 6? I don't think we can. So if he does attack with both, it will be a very bad trade feeling, but I think I must reduce damage here. Okay. Alright, well, nothing to use just yet. We have 7 mana. I think we just use the dragon on the ancestor. And maybe the technique on something else. Depending on what he does. So we can keep up a counter spell. Or we could flash something that he plays. Blink something. Okay. And let's hope he plays something I can counter. Yeah, let's just go for some tempo plays here. We have the Suncrafter made, so we can do the same thing again. Okay, he bottoms it. I would prefer to keep this maybe for a counter spell or something, or a kill spell. But at this stage, at 10 life, I don't think we can take too much of a risk. Opponent's thinking. We don't need the fixing, so let's just make sure that we have enough mana. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so we can actually double exile if we want. If he doesn't play anything again, I think I'll just... Okay, well now I think I'll do this. It's not ideal. But yep. And if he does try to remove it, maybe we can still counterspell, but I'm not sure. But I'm just going to try and bounce this Devotee. +1/+1 counter. Wow. I can pump his creature to prevent him from drawing cards. Maybe that's actually good. I'm not sure if it's good, but it's at least it's fun. I think preventing him from drawing cards is actually pretty good. And now if he wants to do another spell, we can just counter it. Then his creature is gone. We will have something on the board. And we have 2 of the life gain dragons in our deck, so I hope that we will... And now let's hope to draw some dragons. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we have the exile. But he does still exile my thing. We're just drawing lands. We're very, very flooded here. Oh my goodness. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's six more lands in these 21 cards, and we keep drawing them. But to be fair, if we draw one of the rare dragons, I think we're still good here. But we need to draw something. Well, it is something, but I think we only have one more turn, and if he has a counter or removal spell, we're just dead. Yep, I think we're dead. Yeah. Just, of course we did seek some lands, but afterwards we shouldn't be drawing that many lands, and we did. So I think that's why we lost. Any top deck, and I think we could have gotten back from it. Any dragon that we play would have been one bigger. We had all the mana of the world. but simply nothing to play. So it feels like we should have won that one. Yep. Good enough. Good old Botanist. Let's hope we can get some swings in with it. Or do some blocking, depending on what he does. Would like to draw one more blue source. So that we can do tap and dragon. Or a red source, and that we can go Tawny back. I hope the Botanist will help us, but I fear... Okay, so he could double block. The question is, will he? Okay, takes it. That's good. I'll just tap his Voice of Victory in his turn. Next turn we'll go Forecaster to find the globe, and then I think we have... What? Oh, I cannot cast... Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting that. So annoying. So yeah, these cards are actually not that good anymore. What are we going to do? Would like to find a land so that we can go Healing Dragon. Whoops, sorry. Yeah. One game we're totally flooded, another game we're kind of mana screwed. And if we don't draw a land, I have to use this for the 3 mana thing. Okay. Let's gain some life. And just block. Maybe we won't even play this dragon. Maybe Forecaster and tap something is better, simply because this one is of course the best. We do only need one more land to play this, by the way. Ooh. Okay. I think we need to apply some pressure here. He's going to go very big. Put counters on all his stuff. It's just crazy. That is a target. But we cannot do both. This thing is so annoying. It's at the beginning of his end step, so I think we will have to take some damage this turn, and he can also pump everything. Yeah, this is just going to go absolutely crazy. We are a bit light on removal. Which will probably bite us in the tush. Okay. Feels like we might still have to just jump with the Forecaster here. But the gaining of the life is helping us a lot. But all he has to do is just pass turn and do nothing. We don't even have a leopard to kill this siege thing. He's probably doing the math. I think he has to wait one more turn and then he can probably just swing. He can already swing, I guess, with the Barrow of Glory pump spell. But we don't have enough to kill him, unfortunately. He has 3 mobilized, so... Oh, that is good. That is very good. So I can destroy that. Or I can, let me think, attack with the Guardian and the Regent. If he blocks with the Lancer, I will flash in the Songcrafter Mage, put a counter on something, but it is effectively a 6/6 actually, because he can pump. Do I still offer the trade here? I think I do. Wow, he takes it. He might have a removal spell then, I guess. So now we gain some more life again. Okay. We can still use a forecaster whenever it's going to die, because I assume that he will just at some point now swing. And everything is 1 stronger. But we are still at 19. He has 1 flyer. So if we make sure that our flyers live, then I think we can survive. Yeah, I expect as much. So let's just prevent as much damage as possible. This way we take 5, 11. I think we do need to block those small ones. And now he can pump once. If he might have something else, but then we're just screwed anyway. This way we take 5, 10, 16. If he has 1 more pump spell, he is tapped out anyway, so we can also just block more damage with this one. At least this way, I think, if he has something else than pump, we do still live. But we do lose pretty much everything except for the Guardian. He might have the Boltcaster, which will kill the Guardian, I guess. Okay. Well, that is a good play. Yeah, we'll still have enough mana. I think we're still dead here. Unfortunately. We have to flash in the Stormcrafter Mage now anyway. Oops. Almost made a big misplay there. But with all the mobilized stuff, I think we're still dead. Or at least I think we lose everything. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that he has nothing. Which means if we don't block these, that's 6 damage. I want this one to live, mostly. But I think there's no way. Yeah, I think we're still dead. I don't think it matters. Yep. Well, you know, we got overrun. This voice of victory is just crazy good. And he has a nice deck. Now I must say I was expecting more out of this so far. It's been pretty dreadful. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's also not good. Maybe we're just a bit too slow. Alright, I'll keep this. Hoping for some cheap play, like the... Okay, that is a cheap play. Next turn, Tawny back's okay. I'll just cycle this thing. We'll get it back later. I just want to draw cards. The reason that I'm doing this is because if I do draw a land, which I hope happens next turn, I can get the focus the mind stuff. Yeesh. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Oops. I'm not sure if I already played a land. Okay. Yeah, that's a good play. So we've got to kill the envoy. Two, 4, 6. It's still mediocre. Let's just gain some life and hopefully next turn use the maneuver. And then we can use the maneuver again the turn after that. I'll just take 5 here. I want to use the forecaster at some point. And we have some answers if he has answers. Okay. Well, that's fine. And now we can just tap that next turn, which is good enough, I guess. Tap it, keep up Snakeskin Veil, and then we have the Songcrafter Mage to try it again next turn. And we can also just use the Forecaster. So I'm just going to tap the Envoy now. Draw them blue dragons. Okay. And now we need to gain some more life by playing this dragon. Well, at least I know that he can no longer do anything except for sacrifice something. So let's see, we have 3, 6, 8 mana. If we play this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can still do both. So I think that's the best thing to do. I think we need to block with that. And now we'll just not attack. We'll gain some more life with this dragon. Yep. It's a good land. I mean, it's great value for 2 mana. For actually 3 mana, of course. Ooh, that's quite the top deck. Still doesn't have great attacks. Okay, well that's a good card. Now, are we able to attack already? I think we have to. Next turn I'll just jump with the Forecaster and stuff. And now we have lethal. Unless he tries to kill one of them. And if he plays a blocker we can return it. So if he attacks with everything I'll just minimize damage. I don't care about what dies actually. So I think we lose. We win here. Yeah. He had the top decks. My goodness. Excuse me, I was kind of distracted shortly. I'll tell you why. I just went on a 5-kilometer walk with my daughter, my oldest. It's this event, it's called the Vierdaagse. Anyway, she had this thing that you put the stamps on, that you did manage to do it. And she got the stamps, she walked the 5 kilometers. But I lost the thing, which sucks, of course. So we came home. She wanted to show it to to her mother, and unfortunately, she couldn't show it. Oh, yes, please. But then, some good Samaritan dropped it off because her name is on it and her address is on it. So I'm very thankful to whoever just dropped that off. That was great botanist value, by the way. This thing is huge. So we'll just go Regent into Dirgur Island Dragon, and then afterwards we can just get some more value, draw some cards. And we have another free attack with the botanist, which is amazing. Okay. So now if we get a... I don't think I need... Yeah, I want to put it in my graveyard. I don't think I need another botanist. We do need to find more islands. Simply to be able to double spell with the Focus the Mind. And I love to use the Songcrafter Mage for the Focus the Mind at some point. He put this exile in his graveyard, so I assume that he might have another one. And I think he has something. So I hope to draw an island, or maybe find the hexproof thing. That's okay. You can think for however long you deem fit. That's a good card. Probably play another blocker now. Wow. He might have a counterspell, which is good to know. So let's just attack first. Yeah, I was kind of afraid for that to happen. We don't have anything for that, so we will not be gaining any more life. I already feel it. No instant or sorcery yet to flashback. We need one more blue to do these two. Wow, that's good stuff. So I think we'll be... Are we tapping that? Or are we just going to play another dragon? I think we're just going to play another dragon. We can jump with the botanist. Next turn we have double mana, so I'll just go this into that. Probably before attackers actually, simply because we could draw the +3 and then we'll have lethal. And we're still at 24, so we can take a few hits if we want. It's very slow play. But he does have 4 mana still. And I assume that he's going to use it, otherwise he wouldn't have tapped this elephant. What do you have? Okay. So we can put him down to 2. And I will do this combination simply to maybe find the pump spell, and then we can just finish him. Finish him. Yeah, you've got no attack, Robert. We don't have any blue. Guess I'll do this. Now we don't have lethal, but I think I'm going to kill one of the elephants before combat, simply because now he's tapped out. Opponent's at 1, we can do the maneuver again next turn if he kills one of these. Or we can do the flashback of the Focus the Mind, which would be absolutely crazy. Because it will only cost 1 mana then. Because we can tap this to harmonize. So I'm not sure what he can have. Okay, well that's a jumper. We can try and kill that with the other maneuver. And we still have lethal now. Mm-hmm. This botanist is absolutely crazy. I assume he has nothing anymore, but let's just try and kill that thing. Because then he will have 1 mana less during combat. I wonder what he can have, actually. I mean, he has to pay forward to do something to both of them. Well, he might gain some life. Oh, good game. Alright, well, it is finally all coming together. I just love it that there's still good people in this world. Wow. Yep. I'm just going to, of course, what is it? Use the sorcery of one of these so that we can play the next one the next turn. And then I guess the turn after that we can play that dragon. Okay, I don't really care about the blood flies. That's also pretty decent, by the way. Maybe that's... yeah, I think that's better. Let's just go Regent into Regent or Dragon. No! I think that's 1 Regent gone. Oh, there goes my plan. He's so mean. Have you got any idea how much life we could have been gaining from having 2 of these? Sadness. Oh, well, there goes the other dragon. I'll just tap that. Yeah, he seems to be stuck on lands. I simply don't want to give him the option to draw any cards. We do have black source, that's nice. He's on a 2-turn clock. He found his mana, so... Okay. Well, we'll just double block one of them. Why would you kill the weaker creature? Well, he is drawing a lot of cards now. Okay, good game. Alright, well, the first games were a bit slow, but now at least there's progress, which I like. Let's continue. Yeah, this is good. Botanist. MVP. Into Dragonstorm. Into draw cards. Loving it. Even got all the colors. Wow. Yes, I would like to reveal that land, thank you. I hope he plays a flyer. That would be sick. I've been here before. This exact same thing happened before. I'll just search some lands before maybe I should have attacked with a botanist first, just to increase the chance of it hitting. Yes. Wow. So much value. So now we can go Songcrafter Mage into Resolve. I would like to draw that, please. I would like to tap that, simply because now I can use the Focus the Mind still. Oh, so much value. We don't need those colors. I just want to what is it? Not curve out, but make sure that I hit a land drop every turn. Nice. He should attack, yeah. So we are definitely killing that. The question is, are we going to kill it with the Regent or... he wants to kill that anyway. Let's just make the rest of our board bigger. Yeah, I want to put that in a graveyard. We don't need another botanist. Now, if he doesn't kill the Regent now, I think we're in pretty good shape because of the Snakeskin Veil. Okay. Acceptable. Okay, well, I think we're good. This is just madness. Let me think. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we cannot do the Veil again. Do we care about the Dragonstorm? I don't think we do. Yeah, he is somewhat tapped out. If he double taps the botanist, I'll just use the Snakeskin Veil. Simply because we have a Songcrafter Mage. I'm so sorry, man. Now, if he has a board wipe... Oh, okay, good game. That was an absolute steamroller of a game. The way the deck was intended to be played. That was perfection. Anyway, we are now 5-2. I'm very happy. Now, I don't think if we get 2 more wins that we actually get to Diamond. But we might. But then again, I don't expect us to get to expect us to get 2 wins. Unless all the games go like that. That was crazy. Right, the chat. Counterspell, tap something. Yep. Let's just use all our effort to find the green source. And then I think we're good. That wasn't that much effort actually. And now we can just go Tawny back. And we can attack into that. The stats of this botanist are just amazing. I'll keep that on top. Guess I'll get rid of the resolve. Just beefy stats for the mana that you put into it are always good cards. I mean 2-3 for 2, 4-3 for 3. It's above rate. Okay. Oh. Well, he's got a nice siege, so let's counter that next turn. So we won't play the Dragonstorm. We don't need to behold. I don't really care about the shuffling of the stuff. I mean, we can go Regent into another Dragonstorm next turn, and then our library will be mostly playables. As good as no lands left anymore. He's got some stuff. That is a good card. Yep. Yeah, well, he is doing the stuff, which is nice. Interesting attack. I'm fine trading this with... Okay. Guess there's no need. Okay, so no Dragonstorm just yet. But he can pump, we can block. I don't think I want to tap actually. Well, he is going wide, but at least now we know he has no good attacks. Yeah, we cannot do both. Maybe I do tap something. Oh, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 5 left. We can go Songcrafter Mage into Exile. Or into Resolve. Do I still have enough mana if I do this? No. We cannot behold a dragon, unfortunately. Oh, we can, of course, because we have a dragon. Behold my dragon. Oh. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Now, unfortunately, we cannot kill the disciple. He will probably make another bird. Okay. Something's getting flying. Wow. Interesting. This is just absolutely crazy. What do you do against this? I mean, it's just unfair, really. I don't think I will use the Dragonstorm because we will draw the dragon next turn. Very surprised, by the way, that he's blocking this much. If I were him, I would just take as much damage as possible, hope to top deck an instant sorcery so that you can get value from this. Well, that is a instant sorcery, so we take 6 damage. Don't really care about it that much. Double strike, yeah. I think we just win here. Let's just go Dragonstorm first. I'm not even going to play the dragon. I'm just going to tap his dude. And then we have lethal. What a deck. Well, I think I was just unlucky the first few games. Now, if we get the trophy, we actually get to diamond. So, last game, and it's a big one, is for the trophy and for the diamond. So, total focus, please. Yep. I mean, yes. Just, would you like to? Yes. Hopefully we can counter something so that we can go Songcrafter Mage later into Exile. Oh yes. I don't want to show my dragon. Alright, let's claim this territory. Okay. And if he doesn't kill it now, chances are that it will not die for a long time. Simply because we can go Songcrafter Mage into counterspell. I think he has the... Wow, that is very nice. So, let me think. I don't think I'm going to tap something. I just assume that I'm going to counter this. Wait, I don't have double blue. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, well, it seems like I am going to tap something. Oh, that was terrible. So we can do it now, of course. And now we do have double blue. Okay, now we have a lot of double blue. So I don't think we played Dragonstorm just yet. Yeah, this can also filter to blue, so I think now we're good. He is on a 4-turn clock. Now 3 more turns. But once he starts flurrying, it's just terrible. Do we counter that? I think we do. I think the Scry 2 is very strong. So many triggers. But he is going to get flurry, it seems. Which is a big deal, because he will gain 4 life. Yep, we need to draw some more dragons to gain some life here. Wow. Definitely blocking the stalwart. Come on, dragons. Come on, dragons. Yeah, it's going to be close. Okay, well, at least now I know he's not attacking, which is good for us. So we will gain 3 life. We have 3, 5, 10 mana. Wow. I was about to say. Okay. So I'm going to use the Songcrafter Mage to draw some cards and probably block something. So I will do it after blockers. Okay. Or just like this. Just need to make sure that I keep up blue, yeah. Lovely. It sounds strange, but I think we have enough mana, so let's just get rid of that. Let's just gain life, as much life as we can. And we kill. Oh, good game. Yes. We're in diamond. And we got a trophy. Actually, home run at the end. I think we were at like 0-2, I guess. What was it? 2 losses and 2 wins. And then we just had a streak and the deck actually did what it was supposed to do. Thank you a lot for watching. If you were still with me, thank you for joining me. If you do like what I did, feel free to click some of those buttons, it helps out. And if you have any feedback for me as well, please do let me know. I hope to see you next one. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies the flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.